What's up? What's up? Just wanted to do a quick video on Google's newest publication. They basically announced their 60 biggest AI announcements from 2024. So this past year, the Google search page had a lot of changes and a lot of new things were implemented on the Google search page. So I wanted to highlight that based on our updates. We get notifications from Google for all their updates, and we're staying on kind of the cutting edge of AI and what they're doing on the search page for AI. And so I thought it was relevant, and I wanted to kind of just go over their latest announcement. And this is for artificial intelligence. If you're on the YouTube channel, like and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be staying out in front of this stuff. We've got interviews with experts coming out as well for the podcast. So just wanted to, if you guys are getting value out of these videos, we'd love for you to join and subscribe. And if you're on the podcast with audio, like and subscribe on the podcast. We're on all the major podcasts. So Spotify, Apple, Google, any of the podcasts, we're on there. But this is 60 of the biggest AI announcements in 2024 for Google search. They've actually got a small bullet point summary. Basically highlights the biggest changes they made in an overview here. Google AI made significant progress in 2024. This is the Google Gemini at the very top of the page. So sometimes when you do a search now, at the very top of the page, you'll see a AI summary baked in at the top. And if your content on the website that you have is really good and it's compelling content, what we're seeing is our tree service company clients a lot of times are showing up in that Google Gemini snippet at the very top of the page. And that's very powerful because that's up above all the other results. And so that's a big thing that we've seen as well. If you're writing very compelling content, maybe case studies of your jobs or blog articles about certain topics, or different types of tree-related articles on your website, it's going to really show up in that AI summary. So Google AI made significant progress in 2024 with new features across products like Gemini, which is their AI, kind of combating the ChatGPT side with Microsoft, Chrome, Pixel, and Search. Google AI's focus on health, travel, and education was evident in many of the year's top stories. They go on to say that Google AI's Gemini model saw major upgrades throughout the year, with new features and expanded access for different types of searches. Google AI is committed to making AI helpful for everyone with new features for developers, businesses, and consumers. So take it all with a grain of salt. I mean, some of it's going to be beneficial for local tree service companies, local home service companies. Some of it's not, but they've got a lot of write-ups per month. In January, it began with fresh updates across a host of products and tools, including Gemini, Chrome, Pixel, and Search. And the announcement of our Circle to Search feature made a particular splash with the readers. And you can kind of read through some of these things, new ways to search, Google AI, Gemini showing up at the top of the page, different things on Samsung Galaxy smartphones. In February, it really launched the new Gemini, the new Gemini AI era, including the debut of Gemini 1.5, the news that Bard was becoming Gemini. So Bard was the old Google AI kind of at the top of the page. I don't know if it just got a bad rap or a bad name or something, but they pivoted and started calling it Gemini right afterwards, or after a little bit of time with Bard. And Gemini was advanced and more advanced than Bard was to begin with. And they also announced new generative AI tools in labs and tech to help developers and researchers build AI responsibly. Where it doesn't just take off and go like a wildfire and do things that you don't want it to do with AI. Some of the top Google AI news stories: Google had a new next generation model in February. Bard became Gemini, the next chapter of Gemini, and some image things that they're including and baking into the Gemini AI. In March, health took center stage in March with their annual Google Health Checkup. So that's just things that really don't benefit search for local home service, local tree service companies there. In April, many of April's top stories focused on how helpful generative AI can be to different groups of people, including developers, business owners, advertisers, and Google Photos users. So it is pretty cool. Like you can type in a photo or upload a photo into Gemini, and it'll describe it. You can do social media posts from photos. It's pretty cool. It does some really cool things like that. In May, no wonder most of the month's top news was from the annual developer conference. So again, they had a conference in May to kind of go over some of the changes and things we're going to do to improve things and other launches. We go on down to June. Google Translate. Google Translate is helping people connect with one another all around the world. So the Google Translate really was enhanced, where if you type in an English paragraph, it'll quickly translate to any language on the earth. Pretty cool. So that's one of the things. 110 new languages are coming to Google Translate. Go into July, one of those months to make clear how many things Googlers are working on at once, with major announcements for Gemini, Google AI features on Samsung devices. Their focus on secure AI and our Olympics partnerships with Team USA, NBC Universal. Here's some of the top Google AI news stories for July. And a big upgrade to Gemini, 4 ways Google will show up in NBC Universal's games, things like that that probably don't pertain too much to local search. August was a key moment for Google hardware, made by the Google event, along with our Nest Learning thermostat Google TV streamer releases. Again, not really too much to do with local search. September, another month theme that underscored our mission to make AI helpful for everyone. Highlights included the launch of audio overviews in Notebook, the news of a new satellite constellation. Here's some of the other Google AI news stories for September. Not really too much going on there with local search. October saw a slate of additional AI updates on Gemini across products including Pixel, Notebook, Search, and Shopping. Plus, they announced updates to the search ads experience at Google Marketing Live, helping advertisers use AI to reach their customers. So we've seen some updates too on Google Ads. There are some pretty good benefits to uploading pictures on there and different things like that on Google pay-per-click ads. And you can see some of it pertains to more like the shopping experience, where you see like photos and images and stuff like that. In November, this month was a time for both work and play, they say, with news including how developers are using Gemini API and how chess lovers can use AI to reimagine their sets. Plus, holiday prep food was afoot with new updates to Google Lens and shopping. So these are just things that are on the search page there you can use for uploading a photo or enhancing shopping experiences and things like that. In December, they basically celebrated 1-year anniversary with Gemini. And again, I think this is kind of to combat the ChatGPT. ChatGPT was kind of the first to launch there, where you have like a nice, way to go create an AI summary or do some search on ChatGPT 4. So Google knows they got to get with the program. So they created Gemini, well, Bard first, and then it pivoted and changed names to Gemini, became Gemini. And then now you can search on Gemini's AI on the Google search page, which basically keeps you on the Google search page, right? Instead of having to go to ChatGPT, a separate page. But a lot of people have preferences. Some people are using both. So I wanted to bring up this. This is kind of 12 months of top Google AI news in a flash. And the best part, teams at Google are hard at work to keep the momentum going for this year in 2025. So I would just say one of the top things that we're seeing a trend over the last 12 months is that the better your content is on the website, the more you feed it good content about local jobs, local specific like case studies of jobs that you're doing for your tree service business. And think, plant healthcare, tree healthcare jobs, tree removal, tree pruning, tree trimming, tactics and tips and different ways you're doing these jobs for your customers. Just highlighting those articles on your website and also writing blog articles about tips and tricks on tree care. Google is then, if you're one of the most compelling articles on there and you have consistently updated content on your website, a lot of times they're picking it up and putting it in that Gemini AI snippet at the top of the page, which is like a huge billboard right there on the first part of the page when you do that search. It literally is the first thing that shows up underneath the search bar. We've got several clients where articles that we've written or service area pages for a specific city that they cover in their tree service business will show up in that Google Gemini AI snippet, which is highly beneficial. That's above the maps, above the ads in a lot of cases. I mean, it's like literally the first result. So just things like that, just helpful articles, on your website, going to really help kind of be shown at the top of the page more often in these AI summaries that are being generated on the search page. So hope that helps. Hope you got some value out of it. Again, if you did, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe us on the favorite podcast of your choice that you play it on. And we'll be in touch with more videos soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.